With a population of about 1.3 billion, China counted 513 million people online in 2011, and e-commerce has become the fastest-growing internet pastime in China. Many have adopted online shopping for its convenience, better deals, and improved trust and safety. Last year, the army of online shoppers jumped by almost 50% to 145 million from a year ago. This means 1 out of every 3 web users or 1 out of 10 Chinese people is shopping online. The figures come from CNNIC or China Internet Information Center. In Money Matters, we will be checking out the emerging trends from the country's business-to-consumer or B2C e-commerce market, answering questions like just how much are Chinese consumers spending and who are the most addicted to e-shopping. Let's begin with the big picture. The total online spending in China reached a high of $122 billion, and B2C transactions made up a fifth of it, said Xinhua. Next, we will share with you the list of Chinese cities and provinces splashing out on e-retailers last year. Coming in fifth was the capital city, who was quickly closing in on Jiangsu province at 4th place. While Shanghai took the 3rd slot, Zhejiang was second, consuming 12% of the Chinese e-spending market. And setting the pace as the most active in buying things online was Guangdong. The province achieved 14% of last year's transactions. The ranking was based on a report by Alipay. Owned by Taobao.com, Alipay is China's largest e-payment platform. Experts say the results did not come as a surprise though. These locations, Guangdong, Zhejiang, Shanghai, Jiangsu, and Beijing, line the eastern part of China and some of the coast, make up the more developed and affluent regions. The data also showed that eastern cities in China were the first adopters of this mode of buying. There were signs that western cities such as Chengdu and Chongqing were starting to engage in some desktop shopping, but the majority of the western cities still had a long way to go. For examples, for cities like Huhehaute, Yinchuan, Xining, and Lasha, there were hardly any activity. Next, let's talk about the biggest spenders on B2C websites here in China. In terms of volume, those born post-80s were the largest number of users to use Alipay. The young folks may also be shopping more frequently, but it was the older crowd born in the 60s and 70s who were forking out the most. While on average, buyers in their 20s shelled out around $1,500 last year, those in the 30s and 40s splurged over $2,300.